Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to do a quick silver update this afternoon. Um, Throughout the chart here, some of the lines I've been pointing out, this $3 a month trend line appears to have been broken today, as you can see. Um, I've drawn out the next strong support here. It's roughly 28, and strong support below that is at 25. So those are going to be the price targets for people who want to buy some silver, buy the dips. I want to point out a couple things. First of all, we are seeing this notable divergence. This down here is the MACD, which is the technical indicator that I use most of the time. As you can see, we have a falling pattern here, corresponding to a rising pattern in the price. That's kind of a divergence. Main thing I wanted to point out is that we see that we're reaching a low here now, and we're on the 4-hour chart, and you can see for the most part of this bull rally, when the MACD hits a low and then rallies, we usually get a strong rally in the price. You can see that here. You can see a low here, and there's one here, 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 and now we appear to be putting one in. And what's interesting about this is that this low is going to rival every low except for this one that was put in around the 15th of November. As you can see, we put that low in, and as I said yesterday, I bought right here at 25 when we started to touch the line and roll over on the MACD. Now, this was after a very large drop. If you remember, we'd first jumped up and touched, that's the first time we touched 29, and then they took it down about $4 from there. But what's significant is that except for this low, we are now going to be at the, and we may go lower. If we go to 28, this low on the MACD is at least going to match this low. If we go lower, it's going to be, certainly it's going to make a lower point than anything on this chart. Which tells you that if you are convinced that we're still in a bull market, which I am, that's going to be the best buy point since May. Silver will be more oversold than it has been since any time since May. So for those looking to get in, you may have a really wonderful opportunity. It may be gone. We don't know. We could rally from here. As we move closer in, we're down below the line. Can't really say for sure. Just have to wait and see. I wanted to point out that a lot of times your buying opportunity, here we have a real low in the MACD as well. Some of your best buying opportunities are characterized by what I call a spike low. You have one here, like a couple there. It may be forming right here. And the reason why I call it a spike low, and you also have spike tops here, is that what the candlesticks, usually you can see it more on the candlesticks. But what the candlesticks indicate is that this spike, what it's telling you is that for a very short time the price traded at that place, and then it moved very quickly from there. So what that tells you is that you're going to have a very short-term time horizon. And the reason why I brought that up is that let's jump on over to APMEX here. I had this page here. This is a page for the Silver Eagles. I had this page set up a few minutes ago. I just wanted to point out to you that APMEX and Gainesville Coins, which those are my two favorites, both of those sites have dynamic price updating mechanisms. This price right here is actually a live price. I think they calculate it based on spot silver, and then they have a set price, and then they vary it. So we'll take a look here. I froze this page a few minutes ago. Let's do a refresh. If you notice, we're at 3181. So let's go ahead and do a refresh. And you can see we're at 3187. Okay, so they are updating their prices in real time. When I bought back in the fall of 2008, I actually made a purchase at 5 a.m. Just because of the spike lows, and I ended up saving 50 cents because it spent so little time down around the 8.50 price. It spiked right back up. So just a tip, if you want to try to time these and you see what appears to be a spike low, you can jump in, get yourself a really good price on APMEX or Gainesville Coins. We might have had that spike today. We seem to be heading back up, but we might be, we might be going lower in the future. You always want to just kind of go by, I think it was Livermore quoting Rothschild, or a lot of people quote him, that the time to buy is when the blood is running in the streets. So when you see a sell-off, a brutal sell-off, and silver tends to do that, just dropping. Usually when you see that stop and pull back and start to rally, it's a pretty good time to jump on over to APMEX and just put an order in and try to grab a low price. You're going to pay for your shipping. If you do credit cards, you're going to pay for your credit card. You're going to pay for a lot of things just by timing it right. So just wanted to point that out to people. We'll keep watching this, and we'll talk to you next time.